My reflection this morning is directed to our 5 confirmands. What I believe is apropos to all that have gathered here this morning. But before I share my thoughts, I just want to first extend my best wishes, congratulations, in the ending of one process and the beginning of another. They have been at this confirmation thing since September. It is now June. It has been a long road. You have done some work. You have gathered together Sunday after Sunday and formed relationships, asked questions, and learned. And as your pastor, I'm here to say I am very, very proud of each and every one of you. We cannot wait to bestow the act of confirmation upon each of you. But I chose a passage this morning that I'd like to share with you. It's one of my favorite passages. It's from the 4th chapter of Mark, verses 35 through 41. And I'd like to read it to you. It'll be on our worship screen also. And it says this. Later that day, when evening came, Jesus said to them, "Let's cross over to the other side of the lake." They left the crowd and took him in the boat just as he was. Other boats followed along. Gale-force winds arose and waves crashed against the boat so that the boat was swamped. But Jesus was in the rear of the boat sleeping on a pillow. They woke him up and said, "Teacher, don't you care if we're drowning?" He got up and gave orders to the wind, and he said to the lake, "Silence, be still." The wind settled down, and there was a great calm. Jesus asked them, "Why are you frightened? Don't you have faith yet?" Overcome with awe, they said to each other, "Who then is this? Even the wind and the sea obey him." In this passage on your Confirmation Sunday, I want to pull 2 gems from the story I just shared. And the first is in verse 35, where it says, "Let's cross over to the other side of the lake." Let me explain that to you. Jesus was teaching on one side of the lake to the Jews. People he knew, his neighbors, his friends, all of one mind. These people believed in the one God. And there he taught. And we're told there were large crowds, and he spoke in parables. Parables, of course, are brief stories that illustrate a universal truth or truths. I bet you everything was well. Jesus being teaching, preaching. Everybody just sitting there, nodding their head. Everybody was comfortable. Life was good. Until Jesus said, "Let's go over there." Now, over there meant over there. To cross to the other side, it meant jumping in a boat, rising from their places of sitting, going beyond their comfort zones, and being with people different than themselves. Because over there were the Gentiles. People who didn't believe in the same God that the Jews believed in. Now, this over there could have been as long as 8 miles. Because one side to the other side was 8 miles long. Now, I don't know if it was 8 miles. It could have been 4 miles. It could have been 3 miles. But they still had to row the boat. They still had to get up out of their padded pew and go to a place with people they did not understand. I share that with you because today is your crossover day. You're crossing over today. Where you are at this point so far in your life, in this Christian community, has been pretty smooth sailing up to this point. You may come to children's church, You might have listened to children's sermons over the years. You might have come to VBS, sing in the children's choir, and not a whole lot has been expected of you. Until today. Until your crossover day. This process of confirmation has prepared you to go to the other side. A place of expectations, decisions, hardships, and temptations. A place where your faith, your values, and your heart will be tested, because I make you this one promise. Ready? One promise. There will be storms ahead. Can anyone give me an amen on that? Thank you. There's going to be storms ahead. Life will challenge you. There will be times of fear over there. There will be spaces in your life that will drop you to your knees. But don't forget the second gem in this passage. It's in verse 39. And he said to the lake, "Silence, be still." And the wind settled down, and there was a great calm. As you move from that padded pew to over there, wherever over there is going to be for you in the years ahead, there are going to be a lot of people chirping in your ear. A lot of people telling you that they have the truth. It could be parents and friends and families and teachers and tall pastors. It could be... Hey, knock it off back there. Lots of people chirping in your ears. And I've had one person chirping in my ear for 33 years. It's William Barclay. He's awesome. He's a theologian. And he's been in my office for 33 years. He doesn't leave. And he shares this, and I want to share this with you about this passage. And I'm going to quote him. Quote, "We do this story, the one I just shared, an injustice if we merely understand it literally." End quote. Now, if we understand it literally, it's pretty impressive. Jesus calms the storm. He rearranges nature and the cosmos. It's inspiring. He transcends the natural order, which shows the power of Jesus. But that only happened once. And it happened to them. It's impressive. But if you look at this symbolically, it means those storms in your life may never end. But Jesus will always be there to offer peace amidst the storms. When we realize the presence of Jesus amidst your sorrows, amidst your temptations, your worry, the very same calm that calmed those waters will calm your hearts, spirits, and life. Jesus is promising you that He will never leave your boat. Our heart, and no matter how stormy life becomes, He shares that His peace is greater than any storm. So I got an idea. Let's go to the other side. Let's do it right now. A side filled with wonderful opportunity, a side filled with challenges, but do so surrounded by the peace that goes beyond you and beyond what you understand, and at times even recognize.